It's Dandy Dan here bringing you another episode of Heroes Sojourn. It's been about almost 2 days since the last video. My queen is finished from level 5 to level 6. Finished about, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 hours ago. She was down for 2 days, but it was 20 hours since the last video. She had 20 hours to go, and maybe an additional 10 to 15 hours. As you can see, I've managed to raise 35,000 dark elixir. Now, I also put the king down last video. He's got 3 days left. And as we discussed, Spell Factory is down. Also about almost 4 days. So I'm out of war. I'm not in any war right now because I have no spells. For about a day, I had no heroes, and I'm getting ready to do that again. I'm actually going to do an additional episode next time when I have no heroes and do some live raids to show you how I'm getting dark elixir, and it does slow down a little. Your average drops to about 800 to 1200 a raid, and then when you have a hero, it kind of comes back up to that 1500 to 2000 a raid, ideally. But I will show you how I'm gathering some dark elixir while I have no spells and no heroes and no nothing, okay? Because that is a challenge that does happen a lot, and you have to learn to adjust your army and accommodate through that and still raise the dark elixir you need to get to that next hero level. It's very important because as these times for these heroes, eventually they're a week long, and you're going a whole week, and if you've doubled up on your heroes, you have no heroes for a week, and you're trying to raise enough to maybe do one or two of them again. You kind of have to have a good handle on that. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to do the queen. Now, I've also been picking away at the walls. While I had no builders, when the queen was down, I spent about 4 million on my walls. And I'm just, as I got the builder back, I've been doing them one wall at a time just to keep my loot down. Since I don't have any heroes, I might as well keep my loot down and keep myself from being raided. Now, I have about 23 hours till another builder, but what I think I'm going to do next is my lab, and get that going. I'm trying not to do crossbows, high defensive items, because I don't want to increase my war weight yet until I get my queen up to a better level so that I can compete in war on the appropriate level that I should for the defenses that I have. So we'll go ahead and do the queen. And then just to show you a couple of raids here, there's the attack log. There's going to be a lot of losses. We're strictly going for the dark elixir here. So like this one, this is kind of interesting. I was pretty happy with this, and the use of the queen to be able to funnel her inside to get to that dark elixir was pretty tough. I mean, I don't have a lot to work with here. Archers, barbarians, goblins, a handful of giants, a couple minions, but basically funnel the sides so that all the troops kind of come into the middle. There's an opening, and then try to make another opening, which doesn't work. So use one quake, but they pretty much got to beat their way through the wall. Now the nice thing is I get the town hall, so I do get a win out of this. They even eat through that last wall. And I was really hopeful that the queen was going to be able to stand in and get the whole thing. It was 3,000 dark elixir, but 1,700 is pretty good for, this kind of a raid. So that was pretty nice. And then just to show you another one. So this is kind of an example of what we might be doing. You're going to find dead bases like this, and there's actually a lot of them. I don't have too many problems searching for them. Now this one has a decent amount of dark elixir. 1,000 is pretty good. like I said, 800 to 1,000 when you have no heroes. Now, I have my hero here, but I actually don't use her. I don't think I did. Yeah, I just kind of pick off what I can out of these collectors because the loot is just so good. And, I still have walls to build, still have upgrades. So in addition to dark, you need other things. Um, I don't know how much of this dark elixir I actually get, to be honest. I may have stopped on this one for the loot. The pumps are on the insides, and that's where all the loot is. So I think I actually skipped out on this one for that. Let me speed this up. But you see, I do get an incredible amount of loot here out of not many troops, which is good. So let me find another one. Problem is I've had my queen for about, like I said, 15 hours. Now there is sacrificial play like this. I mean, this is I'm not going to touch that base, but I just sniped the town hall because the dark elixir is so high. I'm going to get 300 dark elixir. You see all these like 200-300 raids, but they really do add up. They add up quite a bit. I actually don't have much, so I will do another video when I don't have the queen, because then I'll have raids lined up. Now I see that sitting there, and it's basically ripe for the picking. So I'm going to pick off the king here. Now I could have even stopped this raid a little earlier once I got to the dark elixir, but I kind of decided to just jump into it and raid it full on, just because sometimes it breaks the monotony. But in come the troops, and they're all kind of running into the same area there. Giants break in, so everything's going real well here. And of course, I'm going to get all that. When you're raiding for dark elixir like this, you just literally don't even care if you win or lose. It's where's the dark and how can I get to it? Is it in the pumps? Is it in the town hall? Is it in the storages? And can I get to it? If you can, then you go for it. You take the dark elixir, raid after raid after raid. And if you do 10 to 15 raids a day, it's going to stack up and you're going to have what you need to level your hero, which we did. So the queen is off to level 7 now. And I will, like I said, we'll do another episode with no heroes. I've got, I don't know, she's down for 2.5 days. And see, that didn't even matter because my king and spell factor are still down too. So I'm out of war. I cannot war right now. I mean, I just don't have anything to do it with. So, I have a couple days here. I will do a video with no heroes, no spells, and just show you how I'm getting the dark elixir. Now, she was 35,000, so I'm guessing her next level will be about 40,000. She's going to level 7. So, we'll get her to level 8. King will be level 11 at some point. And, obviously these are going to start to spread out a little bit, but hopefully we'll keep hitting a hero level on this queen every few days. And if we get like a run of good dark elixir raids, maybe we can mix in the king. And we're just going to keep it going and do what we do. And the queen will always take priority over the king so that we can get her hopefully to level 20, maybe even 25, and kind of go from there. So until next time, get the heroes up, no excuses, do your dark elixir raids and make it happen. No one wants to see a Town Hall 9 with some low heroes. Have a good day.